Georgia owns the series. Clemson owns the line. Welcome to the voice of college football, Clemson Tigers. Right there. All right. The Tigers, of course, a huge favorite to once again win the ACC for what is going to be the millionth time in a row. Well, every season since 2015, of course. Let's check out the lines that were released by Vegas just a few days ago. Please like the video, share the video out on social media, and subscribe right here. Georgia Clemson, this is the game that's going to pit the two teams with the most talent brought to one game in the regular season in college football this season. That comes in Charlotte on September 4th, so we have no home field advantage. We've got two pretty heavy, substantial advantages for each team. Clemson wide receivers against a Georgia secondary that's loaded, of course, with 4 and 5 stars, but they're extremely inexperienced, losing 3 corners to the NFL draft, a safety to the NFL draft, and a corner to the University of Miami. And they only picked up one capable corner at this point that's got experience and a proven track record in Tyke Smith from West Virginia, second-team All-Big 12 performer, taking on one of the best wide receiver corps in the nation. That's advantage Clemson. Advantage Georgia's the Clemson offensive line that's had difficulty against the better teams and even some fairly marginal teams the last 2 seasons, taking on a Georgia defensive line that, though probably not as good as Clemson, is one of the best in the nation. Georgia, Clemson, it should be a classic. Yes, Dogs lead the series 42-18-4, but Clemson a field goal favorite in Charlotte. And you're going to let us know down in the comment section, what do you think of these lines, of course. The next one and the other ones are all going to be a bit higher than 3 points. 17.5 at Heinz Field against the Pitt Panthers on October 23rd. Clemson won this game last year 52-17. They won the game against Kenny Pickett and company at the 2018 ACC Championship game 42-10, which was actually the score was not indicative of the Clemson domination in that game. Kenny Pickett threw for, if you're down by 32 points, you can usually throw the ball for a lot of garbage yards. 8 yards passing in that game. I love that stat. 8 yards passing. And then, of course, 2016 with Nathan Peterman and with James Conner leading the way. Pitt pulled off the upset at Clemson 43-42, but things ended just nicely for the Clemson Tigers that year with a national championship. Pitt hosting Clemson as a 17-point underdog on October 23rd. The line is also out for what used to be the game of the year in the ACC. That ended in 2017. Florida State owned the conference and has pretty much owned the conference since 1992. And they certainly did with a national championship in 13 and a playoff appearance in 14. And then 15 was when the power shift occurred. Even though Florida State was certainly putting up a fight in the seasons of 15, 16, and 17, and these programs have completely gone in opposite directions ever since. Florida State coming off its most dismal season since the mid-'70s, and to picture this Florida State offensive line, and they've made all sorts of signings in the 21 class and transfer portal moves to try to improve the offensive line, but they've been marginal additions, trying to protect Mackenzie Milton if he's still standing as the starting quarterback for Florida State the last weekend of October against that Clemson defensive line. Ouch. Clemson's won 5 straight, and they're a heavy favorite to do so as well. The offseason spread is 27 against the Noles at Clemson. And then finally, we've got a game with Clemson at Louisville on November 6th. Of course, Louisville at one point, with Lamar Jackson in particular, would give Clemson fits. They lost 3 consecutive one-score games. And if James Quick could have kept track of the first down marker in 2016, or 2017, maybe Louisville pulls off the big upset in that game. All right, over the last few years, of course, Clemson has dominated that game. They go to Louisville on November 6th as a 21.5-point favorite as it stands right now. Much football to be played, but probably in this conference, unlike any other, less surprises in store from the top, meaning Clemson has a lock on this conference unlike anybody else in college football right now. Oklahoma close, Ohio State close, but Clemson has been dominant with few challengers. Where are you, North Carolina and Miami, in the other division? All right, Clemson fans, your thoughts about the lines that have been released by Vegas. Of course, share the videos out on social media. There are people on Facebook and Twitter that you connect with every day that have no idea that we're here talking Clemson football every day. So please let them know we're here, and we will talk Clemson football with you.